28 years ago, I fondly remember playing with the set and tipping the obelisk, Sphinx Secret Surprise. Only a few pieces remain from the set today, the rest forgotten. I got back into LEGO last year. I slowly have rebuilt with what Egyptian pieces I have. I got some back in November, another pillar to add to the one that I had, making this little Egyptian casino. I had gotten new ferns and added that fountain that was in there. But as I've kept building on my set, I wanted to go and add more pieces to my Egyptian ruins based off the adventures and some of the other things that they've done. So I've been very Egypt based this month. I've been watching The Mummy, the original Mummy that Universal made that's being overlaid here. I watched this PBS documentary from 1998 called Pyramid that was super informative. I think what it is about Egypt is that it's just such a flamboyant society. Like the pictographs of the hieroglyphs are so clear, the pyramid shape, the obelisk, which is something really unique to Egyptian architecture. I like the arch, and then I've also had a huge influence from video games, also of the same time as Adventures, 1998's Crash Bandicoot. Warped had a huge focus on history with a lot of Egypt levels. So that's a huge influence on my build as well. What have I got? This was a huge ordeal. I ordered these pieces at the start of the month and they took forever. The post office is struggling, but my branch worked tirelessly for me. Shout out to them. They were wonderful. It all worked out. It all came together. It was such a relief to finally get here and to start building with all these special pieces that I had ordered. I combined two old adventure sets. That's the obelisk that my first pass on it, and then I learned about this from Kelton Davis, the Sphinxes. This is my interpretation of the Oasis ambush set. I really like that look. I got myself a sarcophagus lid. I added that to the main entrance. First I had those hollow studs there. I've switched that around now. I really love this guy. I love how he's mostly slopes and that I never knew there was a black crest until I saw this. I put gold pieces in there to add some treasure for the secret surprise. But they had panels of hieroglyphs, but I think just having the slopes is classy. I got Charles Lightning and Johnny Thunder, not their exact tops, but having the face prints is huge. And then I did some working on it. At first I had it bending forward. That was my favorite play feature of Sphinx Secret Surprise back in the day. And I had the red Raga Ruby hidden away below at first before I got more creative. But that's not the only bricks I got today. Oh, no. I had time to anticipate. So I stopped at bricks and minifigures. What? Yes, and I got additional Egypt pieces specifically for this video so I could extend the Bricklink pieces that I bought. I went heavy on tan and I got more blue and some green to extend the park scenes out. It was a very fruitful addition. Glorious pieces. I'm thinking about making another video on bricks and minifigures versus the Lego store on how I feel about both of them.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, I had the 3-tier obelisk there. I added ruins with a lot of the pieces that I had into the corner. I really like how that came out. Had enough to make another tree like the other one with the palm leaves. I eventually moved the monkey over to the other one. There's like an old totem. He's working on the attack car. I've got 3 Anubises, and then I've got that as the tallest. I added the arches on there. I like having the 1x6 blue tiles of like having like a blue layer. I got really picky on the color order for that. There's one that's in the obelisk there. I had it going forward at first, but I didn't like how it moved onto the set. It had space there, but it kind of conflicted with the tree. So eventually I switched that so it goes off the set to the back there. And then you can see the hidden compartment. This is from the Pharaoh's Quest. I learned about this little build, and I had just enough pieces to make my own. When I found slopes to make the hot dog stand a little bit more appealing. I found 2 of them, but I really just need 1 because it's a stance, so you could put someone back to be selling the hot dogs. I really like how that came together. And then these are all the other excess pieces I still have yet to integrate into the set. That's the 3rd Anubis. It's got a spinner hidden underneath there. I love that saxophone piece. Oh my gosh. Pearl gold is such a great color. There's it going backwards there. Makes me think of the guys in Crash Bandicoot who are pulling the lever. And I made a little campsite too with the pan and the orange pieces I had. I bought the big tan hat for him, but I couldn't see his face with it on. It doesn't have kind of an angle to it, so I used it as a sun hat on the flower princess instead. Little robots from little pieces. Johnny's got such a good face. Johnny gives me comfort in trying times. Oh, Mummy's great too. Matanui is still standing. I like the little park scene a lot. Like the ruins looking down over them to the corner as they're planning. Mummy and Scarab making secret deals. Added the cat over there. It felt like something Johnny would have. So yeah, at first I put this lightsaber piece I found there. Like it's some dark ancient scroll with the red studs on there. But it felt like some like little bug thing. I ended up changing that, putting the gold goblet in his hand back there. Put the ruby on top. Love how it looks in the light. That's where it currently lives. Obelisk is a really great feature. Really ties the place together. I really like the dark orange. That's a new color for Lego, but it matches the old print. Put the new trans neon green ruby with him over where it's gonna glow under the blue light for the rock ragers. I really love this set, but I'm kind of running out of room. I need to rearrange some stuff if I want to expand. One of my rock ragers has a history with the Egyptians. I'd almost forgotten in my old pieces that I had more than just a few hieroglyphs and tan slopes. I had an old friend, or foe if you will, minifigure of Pharaoh Hotep. Yes, hidden under the Aquanaut's head. Ha 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 ha. You thought you had lost me, but after all these years, I still remain. Ha 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 ha. What a great face. What great eyes. Oh my gosh. I put the Scarab on the field flowers. He's great up there. Mummy to mummy, making their evil plans together. While our heroes rally with their campsite, cooking some eggs. That's right, I got her face too. I got all the adventurers. She's just got the police hat. He's also there because he just looks like he would be helping with the car. Local guide, I'm not sure. They're adventuring. We're figuring it out on the fly. Tusken Raider is being kidnapped by the Hydra soldier right now. Just keep walking, buddy. Yes, we will soon own all of ancient Egypt. This is becoming my favorite set of how fun and interesting the Egyptian ruins are. I really love the ruby up top. I thought about getting more in building a pyramid, but I think I'm gonna wait on that. I think I want to work on something else. Egypt took a lot out of me. I recently readjusted that. Love the airplane. I added that face over there for the pilot. Those are bombs. Team Orange is building slowly on top of the shoebox. The dark orange looks so good. I'm so glad I found those pieces. So this is inspired by Crash Warped. This was late in the game, but I took apart the Clone Troopers battle cannon and I used those brackets so I could make the spiked coffin that's jumping around in Tomb Waiter. I've got the clip of it right here. But he's probably my favorite Crash villain. So it felt like I needed something, little homage to the Crash. I love my mummies, they're so good. Even the Aqua Zone top kind of fits in with the Egypt. You kind of buy into it. I know he had the green pants back in the day, but yeah, and I've got the Dragon Master's helmet, so maybe I'll get some Sphinx hats, but that's a Bricklink order in the future. I'm in no rush right now. Well, thank you so much for watching. This was a long time coming, and I had an absolute blast of a time making this. If you enjoyed the video, would you consider becoming a subscriber or clicking the like button? Or just leaving a comment and talking about what you liked or disliked, because any engagement is super beneficial for my channel. I'm looking for an audience, you know, I want to make things people enjoy, and when you do those things, when you subscribe, when you click like, it propels my channel to the place that I'm trying to get, which currently is 500 subscribers. So that's the metric YouTube is telling me. That's the goal that I'm headed for. And it's fun that I build with Legos and I'm building the channel. I like how they go hand in hand together. So once again, it's nothing without people watching. So thank you for being here. I do know what's next because I went to Bricks and Minifigures and I got pieces. So we're finally following up with Spider-Man. And we're going to be working on Spider Slayers. You saw a little glimpse of the top one when I introduced Pharaoh Hotep. Easter egg if you were paying attention. So you can go back and glimpse at it, but we will highlight it in the next video, and I will talk to you about my Spider Slayer plan. Thanks again. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be